Listen, this isn't a normal breakup story. This is about a man who allegedly weaponized an STD as revenge. And we're about to expose the whole playbook. He said he didn't have anything, but then he admitted he did.
STDs are not like a thing with me. I don't have any, I don't contract any.
But here's what nobody is connecting yet. This wasn't random, this wasn't accident, this was planned. And Chrisean Rock and Jaden Alexis are about to tell you exactly how Blueface did it. To understand what happened, you have to go back to 2023. Blueface was locked up, prison, and the one person he thought had his back, Chrisean Rock, his girl, the mother of his child. She was supposed to be waiting for him, but she wasn't. While he was inside, she moved on. She started doing her own thing, living her life without him. And when Blueface finally got out, he was angry. Not just angry, vengeful. Now, we've covered this Chrisean and Blueface drama 1,000 times, but what people are missing is the timeline, the motive, and most importantly, the pattern that shows this was deliberate. See, when Blueface came home from prison, he came back different, bitter, and according to multiple sources, he wasn't just bitter, he was infected.
Like, when you talk to
Chat, I promise you,
Dean
was on some demonic stuff.
Did you catch that? He's saying he doesn't even get tested himself. He's relying on his girlfriend's test results. He's literally admitting he has no idea if he's infected or not, and he's fine with that. But this carelessness, it wasn't carelessness at all. Multiple insiders have suggested that when Blueface left prison, he came out with at least one major infection. And the theory, backed by the timeline, is that he deliberately exposed it to Chrisean as payback for leaving him. Think about it. He's mad at her for not holding him down. She's moved on. He comes home, and suddenly, everyone around him starts catching something. His ex, his new love interest, the baby's involved. That's not coincidence. That's a pattern.
I do know I go to the doctor, right? This man don't have nothing.
Yeah, she goes to the doctor for both of us. Like when she go in and she come back and say it's clear, that means I'm good.
And here's where it gets darker. What was Blueface actually doing in prison? Multiple sources claim he wasn't just sitting in a cell, he was getting turned out. According to the T, he allegedly became a prison wife to a gangster inmate and also had encounters with other men inside, which means he could have been exposed to multiple infections while incarcerated. So Blueface comes home already potentially carrying multiple STDs from his time inside. He's angry at Chrisean for abandoning him. And then, according to the narrative we're about to break down, he systematically exposed her, infected her, and when she finally tried to move on with other people, the infection spread further. This wasn't an accident, this was deliberate, and the evidence is about to make that crystal clear. Let's talk about what actually happened with Chrisean Rock and that pregnancy. Chrisean was carrying Blueface's son. Blueface knew about the pregnancy. He was present during the pregnancy. And according to her sister, Tine, he knew he had chlamydia. But instead of telling her, instead of getting treated, he did nothing. And Chrisean caught it. Now, here's where it gets really dark. When Chrisean went into labor, her doctor told her she had chlamydia, a serious chlamydia infection. And the doctor made a medical recommendation. Get a C-section so the baby doesn't get infected passing through the birth canal. But Chrisean refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo, or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, where your mother instincts was at then. And here's the connection nobody wants to say out loud. If Blueface knowingly infected Chrisean with chlamydia, knowing she was pregnant, then he knew the risks. He knew what could happen to the baby, and he let it happen anyway. Chrisean Jr. was born with chlamydia, an STD, at birth. Because of what his mother caught from his father.
The nurses came in there and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. You just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your mother instincts didn't kick in. They said we had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused.
But wait, it doesn't stop there, because Tene also revealed something else. She revealed that when Chrisean finally went to CPS to clear her name, she admitted everything. She admitted having the infection. She admitted the doctor's recommendation. And she admitted refusing the C-section. The question everyone's asking now, why would she refuse? Was she trying to protect Blueface by not getting the procedure that would have prevented the baby's exposure? Was she in denial about the severity? Or did she genuinely not care? We may never know, but what we do know is this. Blueface passed an infection to Chrisean. Chrisean passed it to her newborn son. And that son is now dealing with the consequences of an STD he never asked for, at an age where he shouldn't even know what an STD is. But Chrisean wasn't the only one, because while Blueface was doing damage with his ex, he was also infecting new women. And Jaden Alexis, she became victim number 2. See, Jaden was watching all of this go down with Chrisean. She saw the accusations. She saw the drama. But then she slept with Blueface anyway. And suddenly she started showing symptoms symptoms of herpes. Pictures went viral online. Blueface was photographed with visible bumps around his lips, classic herpes flare-up symptoms. Days later, he had the exact same bumps. And when people started questioning it online, Blueface's response was telling.
Disgusting. And how you playing? It's a no-go zone. It's a no-go zone over here.
But that's the thing. He doesn't go to the doctor. Not for himself, he admitted it. He just assumes that if his girlfriend's test comes back clean, he must be clean too, which is medically insane. And it's deliberately reckless because Blueface knows he's sleeping with multiple women. Jaden knows this, Chrisean knew this, and yet he's not getting tested. He's not being treated. He's just spreading it. Here's what stands out. After Jaden started showing signs of herpes, she called Blueface out. She dragged him. But then, and this is important, she also immediately went to sleep with him again and allegedly caught something else. Why? Because Blueface had already moved on to his next target, Envia, and he was doing the exact same thing all over again. Envia is currently pregnant with Blueface's child, and she's terrified because she's been seeing the same pattern that we're seeing now. When the herpes pictures went viral, Envia got concerned. She asked Blueface to get tested. His response? He refused. Not only that, Envia allegedly received a direct message from one of Blueface's other side pieces. That side piece was warning her, telling her that Blueface had infected her with an STD and that Envia should be very careful because she and her unborn baby could end up the same way.
Yeah, she goes to the doctor for both of us. Like when she go in and she come back and say it's clear.
And then Blueface posted a picture of himself holding a plate of food. And people immediately noticed something else. STD spots on his fingers. People asked him to get tested again, and he ignored it. So here's what we're looking at. Blueface has allegedly been infected with multiple STDs. He refuses to get tested. He refuses to get treated. He's sleeping with multiple women, including one who is actively pregnant. And when warned about the infections, he denies, deflects, and moves on to the next woman. That's not ignorance, that's malice.
Better be here when I get back.
Too. I'm done with him. Nasty ass. I don't want him, but it's the principles.
Wait, let that sink in. He's admitting he doesn't care if people believe he's infected or not. He's saying this is all entertainment. He's literally treating women's health and babies' health like it's content. And that's when you realize this was never just about being careless. This was about being cruel. Blueface allegedly came home from prison angry, bitter. He felt abandoned by Chrisean, and so he did what angry, bitter men who lack empathy sometimes do. He weaponized his infection. Now here's the question nobody wants to ask. Why isn't this a legal matter? If Blueface knowingly infected Chrisean with chlamydia, that's a crime in most states. It's called criminal transmission of disease. And if he did it intentionally, as revenge, that could be assault. If he knowingly exposed Jaden to herpes, same thing. If he's knowingly putting Envia and her unborn baby at risk, that's negligence at minimum. It could be assault, it could be endangerment of a fetus. But nothing's happened. No lawsuits, no charges, nothing. Why? Because these women are famous. Because this is happening in the celebrity/influencer space where accountability doesn't exist. Because social media lets you deny, deflect, and move on to the next victim before anyone can organize a real response. Blueface is betting on the fact that this will blow over, that people will forget, that he can keep cycling through women, keep infecting them, and keep facing zero consequences. Tene was protecting herself, but what about protecting the next woman? What about protecting Envia's unborn baby? What about protecting the next person Blueface targets? Because there will be a next person. Because he's shown no signs of stopping, he's refused to get tested. He's refused to acknowledge the infections. He's refused to take responsibility. And as long as he faces zero consequences, he's going to keep doing it. So the real question is, what happens when Envia finds out what we all know? What happens when her baby is born and she has to explain to a newborn why they've been exposed to an STD? And more importantly, how many more women have to be infected before Blueface finally faces consequences? There's going to be another girl after Envia, and another after that, and none of them will know the truth until it's too late. That's the cycle. That's the revenge. And that's what Chrisean and Jaden are trying to break by speaking out. But the question is anyone actually listening? Or are we just going to keep watching this play out on social media while a man systematically infects women and walks away free? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Blueface deliberately infected these women as revenge? And do you think he should face legal consequences? Because right now, he's facing none. Drop your thoughts below. Like, subscribe.